Welcome into the Pride in Demers, Georgia. Here at beautiful Loudermilk Field. Some cloudy conditions today, but no greater day to be on the diamond as the Lions, the now CCS 2023 champions, ready to set foot on their home diamond for the first time this year versus the Chapman Panthers. Hello, everybody. Welcome into the booth. Eric Evanson here with you. So excited to be here my first year at Piedmont and getting to call such a great baseball team that came in fourth place last year in the CCS, but got into the tournament, got their number, and worked their way all the way to the top. And this year, in the preseason poll, tied first with LaGrange. But when you look at the first place votes, when you look at who the voters really thought should be number one, Piedmont did take the cake there. But it is going to be a tough contest with LaGrange. It's going to be a tough contest all the way through the year with the rest of the Collegiate Conference of the South. But today, the Lions have in front of them a opponent from the West Coast. That's right, Chapman University out of California, making the trip all the way across the United States to play in this tournament. We've already had one game of the tournament today. That was NC Wesleyan versus Spalding University. That saw Spalding University hold off a late Wesleyan rally. The game finished 4-3 as the Golden Eagles of Spalding took that one away. Go ahead and give you the starting lineups for both squads, starting off with the visiting Chapman Panthers. Head coach Scott Laverty lines his guys up like this. Leading off, number 11, the center fielder, Nick Nakarato. Batting second will be number 14, the shortstop, Ryan Knopper. Batting third, the first baseman, number 21, A.J. Onzi. Batting fourth, cleanup man, is the catcher, number 2, Kai Osaka. Batting fifth is number 24, the designated hitter, Twint Turkwand. Batting sixth, the number 45, and right fielder, Josh Phillips. Batting seventh is number 7, third baseman, Thomas Gulbrinson. Number 18, the left fielder, Clay Patton's up next in the 8-hole. And batting ninth, rounding out the bottom of the lineup, is number 17, second baseman, Austin Dudas. For the Lions, they will line up like this. Number 2, the left fielder, is Sky Willis. He'll lead it off. Number 3, returning the MVP, is second baseman Colton Hicks. He'll be batting second. Batting third, number 23, that's the right fielder Trace Kate. Batting fourth is number 7, the third baseman Kyle Carlson. Batting fifth, number 34, DH Cruz Mullenix. Batting sixth is the number 1, catcher Tyler Nelson. Number 10, first baseman Owen Helgenson is right behind him at the number 7 spot. Batting 8th is number 13, the center fielder, Matt Dupuis. And batting 9th is number 11, the shortstop, Nathan Mix. So for Chapman, once again, that's Nakarato, Knopper, Onzi, Osaka, Turkwan, Phillips, Gulbrinson, Patton, and Dudas. And for the Lions, it goes Willis, Hicks, Kate, Carlson, Mullenix, Nelson, Helgenson, Dupuis, and Mix. Coaches have concluded their meeting with the home plate umpires, both teams entering the final huddle, the final conversation of strategy before they take the diamond. As I stated at the top, cloudy conditions here today. The lights will be on in the outfield, and of course on the infield as well. A little bit of cold conditions here in February, 61 degrees at game time. And here come the Lions. Taking the diamond for the first time as Collegiate Conference of the South champions. They won the inaugural tournament, and they take their place on the dirt and grass respectively now. And we will pause here for a moment for the playing of the national anthem.
At this time, we ask that we rise and face the flag located in right center field for the playing of our national anthem.
Love hearing that on opening day. Just wrapping up some of the conditions. Wind blowing out towards right field. And now let's highlight the starting pitcher for the Lions. It's going to be number 9, Zeke Swartz, coming back from that CCS team. Swartz, number 9 for the Lions. Put up some good numbers last season. Had a 4.84, a little easy on the ERA, but he was 6-1. So when you throw him out there, he's going to win the games for you. Led the team in innings, 70 2/3 innings pitched for him. His batting average against him sat at a .248 average. So go ahead and round it out. Looking at around the diamond. Out in left field is Sky Willis. Out in center field is Matt Dupuis. Over and right is Kate. Then starting on the diamond from left to right, you're going to be looking at Kyle Carlson at third base. At the shortstop hole, that's Nathan Mix. Looking at second base is Colton Hicks. And over at first is Owen Helgenson. In harness with Zeke Swartz is the catcher, Tyler Nelson. Lions finishing their final warm-ups across the infield. Throws the ball over to the side. One more warm-up pitch, and we are ready to get things started here at the Jug. Nick Nakarato climbs into the left-handed batter's box. Number 11 for the Panthers. Swartz swipes off the mound and gets ready to hurl the first pitch of the Piedmont Lions season. Takes his spot on the right side of the rubber. Looks into his catcher, Nelson. Kicks, fires, and the first pitch is a ball just inside, and we are underway here at Loudermilk Field. First pitch right on the dot, 4 p.m. Swartz, second delivery. It's off the hands and sent back to the net, making it a 1-1 count. Panthers out in their traveling grays. Looks like black numerals along with black lettering across their chest. 1-1 on the way. Breaking pitch just misses, making it 2-1. Lions fanned out in their home whites, pinstripes with the green hat. The golden P on the bill of it. That one just missed outside. So Swartz now in a little bit of a hole. 3 balls to 1 strike. Lefty Nakarato climbs back in. Looking to get his season off to a good start. Swartz looking to battle back here. That one's off the hands to the second baseman, and Colton can't get it. It's right under Hicks's glove. That ball had some English on it. Base runner will reach for the Panthers. That'll send up Ryan Knopper. Ball did have a little bit of spin on it, but it is going to be charged as an error to Colton Hicks. So not the way he wanted to start, and not the way the Lions wanted to start, as the lefty Swartz will now have to deal with a runner opposing him. Ryan Knopper's up. And he squares the bunt and foul tips it. Brief stoppage here as the home plate umpire walks out to Swartz. I think Nelson might have got tipped on that. So giving his catcher some time back there. Oh, 1 the count. Pitch was a strike after the foul tip. Step off as Swartz fires over. A 1, squaring to bunt again and fouling it back again is the batter Knopper. So Knopper now down 0-2. The Panthers really trying to work a sacrifice situation or maybe trying to use speed to their advantage. Carlson not playing in at third base for the Lions. He's back on the dirt squarely at regular depth. 0-2 will have to wait as Swartz picks off once more. You have to figure there's not going to be another bunt here from Knopper. Swartz comes to the plate, and it's fouled off. So we'll do it all again as Swartz gets back to toe the rubber. On the third base side of it, deep breath by the lefty. Takes a couple toe taps. Looks the runner. Now comes to the plate. This one's sent out towards right field. Trace Kate settling under it. He makes the grab. Lazy fly ball. And there's the first out. That's going to bring up A.J. Onzi. Another lefty, so lefty-lefty matchup here for Swartz. Lost Nakarato on the first one. Let's see if this one's to his favor. See if the three-hole hitter's expecting a swing first pitch. He wasn't. Taken all the way, and it's strike one right at the knees. Good breaking pitch by Swartz. Long look in. And strike two as it's fired right through. So Swartz hunting his first strikeout here. Got him down 0-2. Right up against the wall. First to step off and a throw. It's about the fourth pickoff. Swartz making sure Nakarato stays close. Oh, 0-2 pitch getting cooked up by Zeke. He fires, and it's sent foul. That's going to bounce off the roof of the facility. Right hitting facility, just to the left of the home bullpen. Onzi at the plate. Way down in the hole. Swartz deals. That one's laced to left field. That's going to lay down for a base hit right in front of Willis. He plays it on the one hop. Nakarato thought about turning the wheels at second base, but instead he holds up. So now 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position for Swartz to deal with here. And that leadoff walk looming large. Here's the catcher, Kai Osaka. Lineup has gone left, right so far for Chapman. Unfavorable matchup for Swartz. Lefty checking the runner at second. He's going to come to the plate, and he's going to miss down and away. Like maybe that had some downward movement, maybe a changeup there. Trying it on the first pitch, get it at the knees. What a pitch on the way. And that should be a strike. Goodness, might not have hit the zone, but didn't miss by much. 2-0. Umpires said it stood him up a little too tall. Swing and a miss. Had him diving out over the edge. Making it a 2-1 count. Swartz readies once again. Comes to the plate. There's a strike. And Zeke has fought himself back into this. Down 2-0. Now you're looking at 2-2. You just know the infield of Mix and Hicks would love to turn two here. If Swartz can get him a ground ball, Hicks looking to make up for that mistake, that error. That's how Nakarado reached. That's high, though, so it'll be a full count to Kai Osaka. Already a lot of pitches thrown here by the lefty for Piedmont. Payoff pitch on the way. And he rung him up. And got him looking strike three. Excellent job by Swartz to come back and fight all the way through. Getting his second out. That's going to bring up Trent Turquand. Another righty for Swartz to contend with here. First pitch on the way. Try the breaking pitch just outside, but just could not get through the door. One-zero pitch on the way from Zeke. Here it is. This one's fouled out of play, back near towards the tennis courts. I'm glad I didn't park back there. Eleven's in the count. 2 on, 2 down. Here in the top half of the first inning. Lions looking to get out of some early trouble. First caused by an error from Hicks. It's missed outside now. 2-1. So the inning's gone error, fly out, right field. And a single to left by Onzai. Then you had a backwards K to Osaka. Two-one pitch on the way. This one's foul back, so now Zeke a pitch away from getting out of this one. And the deuces are wild. Deep breaths here by the lefty on the mound. 9 deals. Got him swinging. Strike 3. What a job by Zeke Swartz. Got himself into a little bit of trouble and promptly got himself out with back-to-back Ks. We go to the bottom half of the first inning where the Lions look to make a great impression for the faithful here at Loudermilk. 0-0. Welcome back to Loudermilk Field, everybody, here in Demers, Georgia. Eric Edmondson here with you. Giving you a play-by-play action of this first game of the season between the Piedmont Lions and the Chapman Panthers. Match of the Big Cats. Lions looking to come out on top. Excellent job by Zeke Schwartz to get out of a little bit of trouble in the top of the first inning. Skylar Willis be the first batter to set foot in the batter's box here for the Lions. He'll be facing off against number 22, Max Banks. Had a 3.43 ERA last year with Chapman. As the righty kicks and fires his first pitch, Willis watches a strike on the outer half. Catcher could not corral that one as it bounced off his glove. 0-1, still the count though. Banks in 76 innings last year had 84 strikeouts. That led his squad and a 6-3 record. Swing and a miss by Skyler, and he's down 0-2. Willis hit .231 last year and had a .385 slug. Starting left fielder for Piedmont awaits the 0-2, looking to fight alive, and he will. This one's skied, out of play. He'll land somewhere near the tennis courts. Wouldn't recommend playing tennis with that one. You either break your racket or your hand. As mentioned before, previously, wind blowing out towards right field, and there's a notorious wind tunnel circling that area. 0-2 is taken low. Good spit by Willis. Continuing this count, we'll see a fifth pitch. One-two is on the way. Here it is. Rung him up inside. Willis kind of stands up straight from that one. Did not expect that call, but everybody's still trying to learn the strike zone. So backwards K will start Banks' day. Willis, it's the reverse button right back to the dugout. Here's Colton Hicks. Hicks, huge in that tournament run. Won the tournament MVP last year. Second baseman, ready to take his first cuts at Loudermilk since then. And he takes a pitch high. Piedmont bench, really loud, dugout, out in support. Big cut and a miss by Colton, didn't catch up to it. For the Panthers, this is how they look in the field. Starting the outfield, you got Patton, Nakarato, and Phillips from left to right. Maybe the infield after this next 1-1 pitch. Here comes from Banks. That misses low. So now 2-1. From left to right on the infield, you have Goldbranson at third, Knopper at short, Dudas at second, and Onzai at first. Osaka behind the plate and harness with Banks. Two-one pitch here on the way now. Banks slow with delivery, now kicks and fires as there's a strike there. Umpire very gracious and very conscious of that inner part of the plate. We've seen a couple of batters now rung up right on that inner edge. First in the top half of the inning, that happened to Osaka. And it just happened to Willis earlier. Now down 2-2 is Hicks after that last strike call. His miss is high, so we'll run it up full. The Panthers got all the way to their number 6 batter. Love to see the Lions do that and more. Get some pitches on this guy's odometer. 3-2. That is going to be a one-out walk. So tournament MVP Colton Hicks jogs down to first base, and he will be the Piedmont Lions' first base runner of the year. Here's Trace Kate, number 23. Pick off, and almost got him, but Hicks able to get the right hand in before the tag applied. First pitch of the sequence on the way. Banks kicks and fires and misses upstairs. About 6 inches above the letters, and it's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looking for the green light there was Kate. Just came up with nothing. Even count now. Hicks over on first after the 1-out walk. Willis went down looking. Pickoff maneuver, and Hicks back in with a dive. First inning, Lions wasting no time trying to get those uniforms dirty, those home whites. We're going to be all orange by this day's over. 1-1 on the way. Strike. Banks puts it right on the inner edge. Trace, a couple of hacks in the box. Another pickoff maneuver. Banks making sure Hicks is not feeling froggy. One-two on the way. Hicks is going, slips a little bit in the dirt and has to go back to first base. The ball is thankfully loose, though. That dirt still freshly wet from the hose, and Hicks just stumbled right over it and thankfully was able to find his way back to first. It was a great throw by Osaka, but Onside could not corral it. So Hicks gets away with one. Two-two. Kate readies the bat, hands held high, gets the pitch and watches it high. Foul loaded up again. Second full count for Banks, and the Lions being very patient at the plate. Kyle Carlson on deck. Another throw over, and that one was close. Hicks just able to get the hand in time as the umpire spreads the wings. Couple of really close plays over there, and Hicks has not relented. He's continued to get his secondary. And Banks still showing unwillingness to let him out of his head. And that's going to be back-to-back walks. So Hicks' mind games might have played a part in it, but great job by Trace Kate to remain patient as the Lions now put 2 on with 1 away for Kyle Carlson. Big moment here. The Panthers had 2 on last inning, then went down with back-to-back Ks. Don't want to leave 2 on here, especially now that one's crossing a scoring position. Hicks out there. Big cut and a miss by Carlson. Carlson finished last year with a .311 average, a .522 slug, and a .385 on base percentage. Only grounded into 1 double play. Big cut and a miss again. Banks looks like he's gone to the changeup twice in a row now, and Carlson's gone digging. Carlson checking with the home plate umpire, saying, okay, is that low? And the home plate umpire's like, yeah, it's low. Big hole to dig himself out of here. Banks Middle of the rubber, takes a deep breath, watches Hicks at second. Hicks dancing around out there, and that'll count as a disengage. Good job by Hicks to draw his attention. He's still not out of his head. 0-2 pitch on the way to Carlson. He watches it outside. More of a pitch out there, and that ball escapes into right field. Hicks is going to get the windmill around third base. Throw's going to come in from right field. Phillips, go to the plate. It's late. Hicks slides in head first, and the Lions are on top for the first time this year. What a job by Colton Hicks. Didn't necessarily do any damage with the bat, but he got on base, got into Banks' head, and got so much into the head of Osaka that he threw it down the right field line. So the Lions manufacture a run in the most pure of ways without a single hit to their name. They're up 1-0. Moving on to second during the play is Trace Kate. 1-2 pitch on the way from Banks is low in the dirt. So now make it 2-2. Long pause by Banks. Now he readies. 2-2 on the way. Kate takes strike 3. I'm sorry, Carlson. So second out, both outs on strikeouts of the looking variety for the Lions. Here comes the designated hitter, number 34, Cruz Mullenix. Lefty bat. Looking to eat here early on. A lot of wind out towards his power side in right field. Not to be harsh, but I wouldn't mind if Mullenix forced a call to the insurance agents, as there's a line of cars out there towards right field. Banks nods in agreement with his catcher, Osaka. 1-0 on the way. That's high. 2-0 now. And the Lions have done exactly what you want to do. Swartz, a long inning for him. Now he gets a good rest on the bench to get that arm back ready. But you're also making Banks throw a lot in turn. He's had 2 full counts, and he just had a long 2-2 count bout with Carlson. And now he's down 2-0 to Mullenix. There's strike 1. Here's something, too. The Lions haven't necessarily made contact with the ball. They've struck out twice, but all the production that they've done has come from working the count, getting on base, playing the mind game, and it has turned out big for them so far as they're up 1-0. 2-1 pitch on the way from the righty from Chapman. That's outside. 3-1. You have to imagine here, if a third walk ensues, there might be a first inning mound visit by the Panthers. Banks has not been sharp to this point. Pickoff maneuver, that ricochets off the body of Cade. He can't go anywhere, though. That was unlucky by the Lions. Or for the Lions, rather. Banks spiked it into the dirt. And diving back to second base, Carlson let it ricochet off of his back. That ball was going to kick into center field, and easily Kate could have advanced to third. Unfortunately, though, he'll have to stay put at second base. And Mullenix will have to stare down a 3-1 count with 2 down. Banks fires. And it is outside ball 4. A third walk of the inning. It doesn't look like there's going to be a visit, but there is a little bit of stirring going down in that first base dugout. Here comes the catcher, Tyler Nelson. As now the Lions have reached their 6th man in the order. So this inning definitely going longer now than the top of the first did. And the catcher, Osaka, is going to take a trip out to the mound. Have a talk with Banks, who has now missed 2 in a row, and they haven't necessarily been close. Nelson ahead in the count, 1-0. Let's see if he gets something to hit here after the mound visit. That was a strike, but it was well painted on the outer half. Banks. Deep breath. Now comes set just above the belt. 1-1 on the way. Nelson watches a strike. So Banks has come out of the mound visit. He's been accurate and he's been strong. See if the Lions sense that here. You got to be careful down 1-2. You don't have too many options. One, two on the way. That is rung up on the inner half. 3 looking strikeouts for Banks, and they were all on the inside part of the plate. But the Lions work good counts, work good base running, and work a good lead here to end out the bottom of the first inning. We go to the top half of the second with the Lions on top. 1-0. You're watching Piedmont University Baseball on YouTube. Welcome back to Louder Milk Field, everybody. Eric Edmondson here with you alongside me. It's cameraman Peter Sly. Lions take a 1-0 lead into the top of the second inning. Zeke Schwartz back out there. His first pitch to Josh Phillips is swung on and fouled off. That's how we start off the top of the second. Lions an incredible job on the base paths last half inning, specifically by Colton Hicks. Also got to give some props to Trace Kate. Entire lineup, too. Every pitch had to be thrown across the plate to get them out. It was 3 straight looking strikeouts for the Lions. They were incredibly disciplined, working those pitches, working those counts against Max Banks. 1-1 on the way. The breaking pitch just misses on the outer edge. Maybe it just dipped below the knees, and it's 2-1 against Phillips. This one's skied up there. Hey now. Calling off everybody is the right fielder, Kate, and he stays with it. That's a hard thing to do. The skies are incredibly gray today, so pulling a white pearl out of the sky, a lot harder than it looks. So one away. That's going to bring up Thomas Golbranson, third baseman. His last name looks like it's structured like a suffix. First to pitch from Swartz. This one's laced down the left field line, but well foul. I say that because, of course, you probably know the city, Branson, Missouri. Well, that's the second half of his name, but they put goal in front of it, so Golbranson. Maybe he had a really early relative who was a soccer player. I don't know. Taken for a ball. 1-1. Golbranson out of Newport Beach, California. Again, the Panthers, they're not from around these parts. They're from the West Coast. As that taken for a strike there. 1-2 to the man manning the hot corner for Chapman. Here it is from Swartz. Did he go? No, he did not. That was close. Golbranson might just have to say a couple thank yous. But it'll be an even count. He might have held up, but the way he swung, it looked like he flicked the wrists a lot. It's a hard thing to do to hold up a swing. You got to have really strong wrists. The 2-2. Yeah, nothing wrong with that one. Caught him looking, strike three. Third strikeout of the day for Swartz, and this inning off to a much better start than the last. First two batters down rather easily. That'll bring up the number 8 hitter, the left fielder, Clay Patton. I'm sorry, this is not Clay Patton. So we have maybe a late change. This is number 34, Charlie Sturm. And Sturm is listed as a catcher. So we'll have to see if he goes out to left field. But at the moment, yes, this is Charlie Sturm. Interesting. Lineup, Red Patton. Pitch on the way. 0-2 is skied in foul territory. Running out of room is Kate, and it will disappear in that big green patch out there near the visitors' bullpen. Pitch on the way from Swartz. Just missed upstairs. All right, now that we got that figured out, Sturm, not from California. He's from Oregon. Big city of Portland out there. 1-2, misses down and away. So that'll even up the count and put twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Got him swinging off the curveball. Strike 3. Excellent inning for Swartz as he finishes with 2 Ks to add to his total. We go to the bottom of the second inning. You're watching Piedmont Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back to Loudermilk Field, everybody. Eric Edmondson along with you. 1-0 lead for the Lions. Climbing into the box is Owen Helgeson. He'll face off against Max Banks, looking for a better inning than last. Banks surrendered 3 walks, but also got 3 strikeouts. So I guess it all evens out on the score sheet. Bottom half of the lineup for the Lions due up at 7, 8, 9, Helgeson, Dupuis, and Mix. First pitch on the way from Banks is taken for a strike, just right at the bottom right hand of the corner of the strike zone, 0-1. Helgeson, a senior, out of Marietta. And he takes a ball here. So he'll even it up for himself. One pitch on the way from Banks. There's a strike on the inner half. He has really made a living right there. If the Lions can find a way to start fouling that off, or just, better yet, hit the ball out of that position, you take away his moneymaker right there. 1-2. Skied in the air towards right field. That's well out of play. See where this one lands. Halfway up the hill. Couple of youngins screaming towards it. One-two pitch on the way from Banks. Taking it for strike 3, where else but on the inner half of the plate. Helgeson down looking. 4th strikeout of the game for Banks, and all on that exact same pitch. Fastball on the inner half every single time like clockwork. Now, if we're running a full routine here, that means right now Dupuis is going to walk, followed by by Nathan Mix walking. Then you get your another strikeout, Banks, but hopefully not here. Let's see the first hit of the ball game for the Lions. What do you say? This one way outside. Can't hit a hit off of that. Maybe with a bow door, but not with a great aluminum bat. There's a strike. So 1-1. High pop-up on the infield. Drifting over is Knopper, and he'll make the grab at the edge of the dirt. Do have a correction for you, ladies and gentlemen. It was a little bit of a question last half inning as we saw number 34 step up to the plate for Chapman, as we were under the impression that that was Clay Patton. Well, it is Clay Patton, but he is wearing number 34 today and not his listed 18. So Clay Patton is in the ball game. He is in left field. He's just wearing a different number. Nathan Mix at the plate. He squares the bunt. Immediately pulls it back as that pitch misses well outside and high. Swing and a miss by Mix. And it's 1-1. Mix is holding a blue bat at the handle. It goes up to a darker shade of blue, it looks like. And it has some red and orange inscription on the very top of it. That's been used by about 5 other members of the Piedmont Lions lineup. So if you're wondering if there's maybe a favorite batter, maybe it looks like, no. There might be multiple, as Skylar Willis also has one in the on-deck circle. I'll have to see what's going on with that bat, because you don't usually see one that looks like that. It's so common. It's a 1-2 count for Nathan. And Banks looking to get through this inning clean. 1-2 on the way. Mix skies this one out of play. It'll land so. Mix climbs back into the batter's box. Two down in the bottom of the second. 1-2 on the way. Is taken high. That was a gutsy take there by Nathan, but a really good eye. Now 2-2-2. Lines up number 2 in the on-deck circle, looking to get another chance to swing it. He'd love to do it in this inning. Mick's got to get it to him, though. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss of the ball in the dirt. Osaka will pick it up right out of the dirt, fling it over to Onzai, and the side is retired. So nothing doing for the Lions here in the bottom half of the second. We go to the top half of the third inning. Piedmont still up 1-0. You're listening and watching to Piedmont University Baseball on YouTube. Welcome back to the Jug. Eric Edmondson here with you. On the camera to my right, Peter Sly. 1-0 lead here for Piedmont. Taking the bump once more is Zach Swartz. And he's going to face off with 9-1-2. First up is Austin Dudas for Chapman. First pitch from Swartz is a breaking pitch and a beaut at that. 0-1. Big curveball looped in there by the lefty. That one rattled off against the net. This game's been good for Swartz's FIP. An error and just the one single against his name. All the rest, outs and strikeouts. Well, I should clarify, he just has one of those outs. No, two of those outs, let me correct that, coming via anything other than a strikeout. So 4 for him overall. And looking for a fifth. 1-2 on the way. Oh, just missed it. Looked pretty, but it did miss a little low, it seems. 2-2. The Lions will send up 1, 2, and 3 in the bottom of the third inning. Looking to collect their first hit. They haven't gotten in that column yet. This one out of play, so Swartz will have to tow it up again. Of course, they got the run because of back-to-back walks from Colton Hicks and Trace Kate. And Hicks had already been playing in Max Banks' head. He got to second base. And the catcher, Osaka, threw one down the first base line. And that's how Hicks, using his speed, was able to come all the way around. 2-2 misses outside, and that'll fill it up. Can't see from my vantage point if there's any motion in the Lions bullpen. Don't know how long they'll let Swartz go. I guess just go maybe until he's in trouble or until he just feels he's ready. This is the first game of the year. There's no need to fully go out for it just yet. We have to keep going with this payoff pitch. Swartz deals. Dudas watches strike 3 on the inner half. Another K for Swartz, make it 5 on the day, and this one of the looking variety. That's his second of the looking variety. That's 3 strikeouts in a row for Zeke. That will send us to the top of the lineup for center fielder Nick Nakataro. Excuse me, Nakarato. Catcher Nelson tilting his head back towards the umpire is like, okay, where was that one at? Umpire let him know. 1-0 on the way from Swartz. That one paints the edge. 1-1. On the left side part of the plate. Zeke, working real quick here, is already stanced up, ready to hurl the next one. 1-1. Make it 1-2. Beautiful breaking ball. That one just has such immense curve. It just drops right in there, and it has left every batter that he has thrown it to completely flat-footed. Recent victim being Nakataro. This one lays through the hole. Second base hit for Chapman. As he stands out on first with a 1-out single. Tip of the cap there. He threw the bat head out at it, dug it out of the dirt, and just sent it to right. Ryan Knopper stands in, flew out his last time up. And there's a strike. A 1 pitch. That one's in the dirt. Nelson blocks it up perfectly. As Nakarato just could not get a good read on that ball. Nelson able to corral it. Nakarato might have been able to steal second on that one, but again, good job by Nelson. Drop to the knees, make sure it bounced off the protector correctly, and make sure he got a hand on it. 1-1 pitch is on the way to Knopper, but not before a pickoff maneuver. Back in with a slide is Nick over there at first base. One stays upstairs, now 2-1. Long look in here by Zeke. Now comes set at the belt. Lefty kicks and fires. Nakarato is going. This one lays through the hole. Mix watches it pass. Up with it in the left field corner is Willis. This one's fired over to the third baseman, and everybody's going to be safe. Willis came up firing to third base, and it was collected by Carlson, but also on the play advancing to second is Knopper. So now some trouble of the big variety here for Swartz, as Chapman took about a time through the order to figure him out, but now they've collected some strong base hits off of him and now have 2 in scoring position with 1 away. Here's A.J. Onzai. Pitch from Zeke. It's off the hands. This one's sent into center field. Coming in is Dupuis. Here comes Nakarato. The throw is not going to be in time. Nelson will have to hang on to it. It's a sacrifice fly for Onzai, and we're tied up at 1. Advancing to third base on the play is Knopper. That one was just off the hands, and Onzai able to muscle it out deep enough to where there really wouldn't be a question if not. Dupuis was playing deep and just had to come in and tried his best to hit that throw to home, but just was up the line. So that'll bring up Osaka. Went down looking last time up. First pitch on the way from Swartz. Here it comes. Taken for a strike. The one pitch on the way. Breaking pitch is fouled off. First time a member of the Panthers has really been able to get, I was going to say wood on that, but it's not wood they're swinging. Getting metal on that one. There you go. Osaka deep in the hole. Swartz looking to grab it out here. That one just misses the inner half. Man, oh man. You've been calling that pitch the past couple innings. That one just disappeared. One-two coming on the way from Zeke. Here it is. This one fouled back again. Nelson asked for a new ball. It's granted and sent back. Zeke toes the rubber on the third base side. Peers into his catcher, Nelson, under an emerald green ball cap. Places the left hand into a tan and emerald glove and gets ready to fire. Foul tipped, and Nelson hung on to it. Great job by Swartz. Even though a run comes home, it could have been a little worse. So the Panthers strand one. That's one run on two hits. One left, no walks. We're going to go to the bottom of the third inning. Lions looking to break the tie. We're all knotted up 1-1. You're listening to Piedmont Athletics on YouTube. Back to the top of the lineup for the Lions. All knotted up 1-1. Is our score. Willis, chopper on the ground. Up with it is Knopper. Fires across his body on the run and is able to nab Willis. One pitch, one out for Banks, who is really locked in since that rough first inning. Here's Colton Hicks, the man who came around to score. Hicks worked a very good count and got on base via a free pass. Watches a pitch low here. Hicks waves a black bat behind a black helmet. And that pitch wildly misses from Banks. Looks like he overcooked that one a little bit. Hicks, not from Georgia, but a couple hours north. He's from Maryville, Tennessee. Maryville actually in the conference, the Collegiate Conference of the South. Pigeon Forge High School. As he takes a strike on the inner half, 2-1. All day. It's been right there all day. This one lays down the left field line. That's in for a base hit. First hit for the Lions this season. And who else? Colton Hicks. Looks like he's carrying that momentum all the way from the tournament. Calendar flip, but apparently not for Colton. Here's Trace Kate. Worked a walk last time he was up. Banks kicks and deals off the rubber, and it's taken on the outer half, a strike. Good pitch by Banks to find that outer edge. Banks paying much less attention to Hicks now, and just as I say, he fires over. But he's a lot less antsy on the mound. He's not letting Hicks know that he's thinking about him. Of course, that's good when it comes to the pitching game because he's able to make sure that he's staying close because he was able to keep his motions limited and still able to hurl a pick off. Hicks getting a lead over there at first base as Kate takes a ball. Hicks, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes here. He did try to steal last time he was on base, but if you can squint your eyes and you can see real well, there's a little patch right where Hicks is standing, maybe a foot to his right, where he spun his wheels a little bit. They got caught in the mud, so he had to retreat and turn back to first base. But I wouldn't be surprised if now knowing this, Hicks is going to try to dig in a little deeper and get a better jump. Another pickoff. Third of the at-bat. Hicks is going. This time he got a good jump and he got a good spin on him, and he's in there safe. Stolen base. Revs the motorcycle out there at second. As Trace swings and misses, making it 1-2. So now runner in scoring position with one away, and you're entering the heart of this Lion order. Kyle Carlson on deck. He went down looking last time, and I assume all the Lions, when they come back up, they're going to be a little bit wiser to the strike zone, especially where Banks is looking to play a lot of his pitches on that on that left inner half. This one bounces away from Osaka. He can't find it. Hicks could crawl to third. Goldrinson manning third base over there. Hicks real dirty, looking to come home. Let's see if Kate can lift one here to right field or left field, really any outfield spot. Hicks has got some speed. Better yet, let's see if we can Send him home on a good single. Good, strong single. Find a hole somewhere. Corners are in. This one's popped way up right behind home plate. Osaka giving it a look, and he's able to hang with it on the warning track. That was a tough play by Osaka. He immediately threw off the mask and leapt out of the crouch. It looks like Osaka and the Panthers might be using some sort of pitch comm device. From where I sit, I'm right behind home plate up in the press box, so I can't exactly see if he is flashing signs or if he might be using an indicator somewhere on his shin guards like they do in the MLB. Here's Kyle Carlson, and he takes a ball. He held up on that one as it missed outside. Hicks, got to be careful of him. He's creeping down there. Not sure if Hicks would steal home, but I've seen some wilder things happen. 1-0 on the way from Banks. Big swing and a miss from Carlson. Fell behind. He was going to make it count. Need a clutch 2-out hit right here for the Lions. Put them back out on top. On deck is Mullenix. 1-1. Carlson watches a strike. That did not look close in the slightest. That's a yucky one. 1-2. That one dove out across the right side of the plate. It looked like it ran out of gas. It didn't even look like it made it all the way through. But a tough count here for Carlson. Looking to fight back out of it. 1-2 on the way from Banks. This one rivaled into center field. Center fielder tracking it well. He loses it. It's going to run up against the warning track. Easily Hicks is in. Carlson's chugging around second base. He is going to make it there. Carlson, fire me up. Pounding the chest out on third. Nakarado was ranging back. He was in too far and trying to make a last-ditch effort, diving play behind him. It would have been superhuman if he could have, but unfortunately for the Panthers, this one routed up against the big green out there in center, and the Lions retake the lead 2-1. A triple for the big man. And Hicks scores again. So he's got 2 runs this season. He's been on twice. And he scored both times. I'd say that's pretty effective. Banks, long look in. Now deals the 1-0. And it gets it on the outside. Mullenix. Even count. Mullenix swings and misses. Got the string pulled on him. Mullenix waves the bat in the lefty batter's box. Awaits and swings right through it. So Mullenix is dismissed, but Kyle Carlson rips one to center field. He'll be stranded out on third base, but he brings home Hicks, and the Lions retake the lead. It's 2-1. Hope you join us back in the top of the 4th inning. You're watching Piedmont Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back to the Jug. Eric Edmondson here with you on the camera. My man, Peter Sly. Number 24, the designated hitter, Trent Turquan, stands in against Zeke Swartz back out there for the Lions. Peter Sly. Sounds like a name of like a keyboardist or an old band. Oh, 1 from Swartz. This one's fouled back to the net. 0-2, quickly ahead. Turquan went down swinging last time he was up. Let's see if Swartz can make him do the same here. Lefty kicks and fires. This one's going to be sent right into the glove of Nathan Mix. See, that's where the karaoke and warm-ups pays off. He was kind of galloping to his left on that little looper, able to wrap it in leather for out number 1. Here's Josh Phillips, number 45. First pitch on the way from Swartz is a ball. A little bit too tall on that one. Made Phillips stand up straight a little bit. "1-0 on the way. This one well out. So Zeke trying to rein it back in here before it gets too out of hand. It's a good hitter's count for Phillips. Pitch on the way, well outside. And Swartz looks down at his hand and says, that wasn't where that was supposed to go. I know that feeling very well. I've thrown a couple pitches in my day, and let's just say there's a reason I'm up here in the booth. "3-0 is right down the heart of the plate. Strike 1. Phillips kind of turned the hips and primed his hands like he was going to hit, and you just watched that one by. Interesting. 3-1 on the way. And this one is low and away. So it's going to be a 1-out walk to Josh Phillips. That'll bring up Thomas Goldbranson. Went down looking last time he was up. Got to get that used to Goldbranson. Wind has died down a little bit here. It's still whipping out towards right center, but it isn't giving the steady breeze that it once was. It's still, like I said, it's still out there. Phillips is going. Throw down by Nelson. It's a one-hopper, and in with a stolen base is Josh Phillips. So the Panthers looking to fire right back. They now have a runner in scoring position with 1 away. Goldbranson awaits the 0-1. This one low. Trying to get him to swing at that. Good pitch idea from Zeke. Just could not get him fishing. One. Big cut and a miss. Good idea by Zeke to see if he can get him swinging at the heat. This one just not even close on the outer edge. And he obliged. So 1-2 for Goldbranson. A runner out on second. That's Phillips. He had a 1-out walk just moments ago and then stole second even more recently. 1-2. Got him swinging. Strike 3. Looked like he took something off of that one and painted it low and away. Goldbranson went digging, came up with nothing. I'll bring up Clay Patton, the artist formerly known as Charlie Sturm. You were listening during our jersey fiasco earlier. Patton is wearing 34 today. He's listed on the roster as wearing number 18. So when we saw 34, everyone in the box was like, wait a minute, that's Charlie Sturm. He wasn't listed. But no, this is Clay Patton. 1-0 on the way. That one's sent out towards right center field. A pass and outstretched glove of Hicks. Up with it is Kate. He's going to fire home. The throw is good, and it's not in time. It's going to be an RBI single for Clay Patton. Sent it out towards right field. It was a great throw by Kate. It was a great reception by Nelson. It just happened to be that Phillips was a little bit faster. So he comes around to score, and we're all tied up again. And if the action continues like this, we are in for one heck of an entertainment here this evening. Sky in the air, foul territory. Nelson as well as Helgeson giving it a look, but it'll disappear across the screen. Patton advanced to second base on the throw. So now he's in scoring position with 2 away. Dudas, an 0-1 count for him. Taken for a strike. 0-2. Swartz peers into Nelson. A long pause here. Now nods in agreement with his catcher. 0-2 on the way. Here it is. And dancing out of the way of that one is Dudas, as that one came a little bit too far in. Obviously, Swartz trying to paint that inner half, but just could not find it. There's some movement down there in the Lions bullpen. Can't see if anyone is up and throwing. It does look like there is someone up and throwing now. Can't tell who it is, but there is a lot of movement down there. 1-2. Low. Still all quiet for the Panthers on their side of the field, as now Dudas has run it to deuces. A 2-2 count for him, a runner on second. 2 down. Swartz trying to get out of this one with a tie ball game still in hand. The lefty fires, and this one's fouled out of play. Excellent pitch there, but just could not get a swing and miss. Try it again here. Zeke, what do you say? 2-2 coming. This one sent towards center field, but tracking it well and collecting it is Dupuis. So one does come across to score on an RBI single from Clay Patton, but one is stranded in scoring position, perhaps even bigger. Swartz, a good 4 innings for him, 2 runs to his name. We'll head back to the dugout. Lions looking to break the tie again. We go to the bottom of the 4th, a 2-2 ball game. Welcome back, everybody. Eric Evanson right here with you, providing play-by-play action for what is really turned out to be a classic at hand. Nelson takes a strike. Looked a little low from up here, but it'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Lions. That's Nelson, Helgeson, and Dupuis. Max Banks still out there on the bump. Banks is the sign from Osaka. This one popped way up there. Hey now. And when it comes down, it's going to have ice on it. And when it comes down, it's going to be out number 1 as Dudas wraps it in leather. Here's Owen Helgeson, excuse me. Struck out looking last time he was up. Nelson also did, but now he's popped up to be the first out. Bottom of the 4th. Helgeson watches a strike get fired across. 0-1. Big swing and a miss by number 10. Went digging for that one. Could not find it. Helgeson just hit 143 last year. Didn't get a lot of playing time. Just 7 at-bats in the 2023 season. Getting the starting role now. Down to 0-2, though. Got to find his way back. Foul tipped into the mitt for strike 3. Another strikeout for Max Banks. That is his 6th, 7th strikeout of the ball game. He is sending these Piedmont batters packing. Got to find a way to fix them. Matt Dupuis stands in, popped out his last time up. The only real good contact for the Lions was off of Kyle Carlson's ripped triple that got sent straight into center field. Other than that, you just have one other hit to look at, and that's Colton Hicks' single. But that one was a little chopper that found its way through. So the Lions haven't really been able to square up Banks at this point. And what has changed from the first inning where they were able to find so much success is because Banks has started throwing a lot more strikes, apart from that one right there. And it'll be counts 2-1. So he stopped throwing so many balls. He's been a lot more around the strike zone, which of course inclines the batter to swing a lot more. So if the Lions want to find a way to get this guy back out of the game, or at least try to run up his pitch count again, get in the same situation they were in the first inning, need to start taking a lot more, exactly like what Dupuis doing here. Because I have a feeling if you get base runners, like we saw in the first inning, if you get base runners on against this guy, especially quick ones like Hicks, and even if you start doing that production at the bottom of the lineup, you're going to compound pressure on him. Looking to start building that pressure. A little 2-out magic is Dupuis, and he will reach. So I'll bring out the number 9 hole hitter, Nathan Mix, who went down swinging last time. So while that is Banks' 7th strikeout, that is going to be his 4th walk. He walked 3 in the first and now 1 in the 4th. So he went 2 innings without walking a guy. He was dialed in. The Lions looking to shake him out of that trance, though. Strike first to Nathan. Box score nearly identical out there. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Panthers. But for the Lions, it's 2 runs on 2 hits with 1 error. Runners going. Throw down to second base, and Dupuis is in there standing. Dupuis swipes one, collects some dirt, and meanwhile it's a 1-1 count to Nathan Mix. The Lions have been very successful on the base paths today, whether it be scoring on an error or stealing bases. That's 2 stolen bases from them from 2 separate players, and Hicks already tried to do another one. Hicks will be due up here pretty soon, possibly next inning, as he's slated right now. This one off the hands. Mick's able to take it off the inner part of the plate and send it foul, so it'll be 1-2. Mix. Couple bounces in the batter's box. Waves the bat behind his helmet. Readies. That one's fouled back. Tie ball game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lions have a runner in scoring position with 2 down. And the number 9 hole hitter, Nathan Mix, at the plate. Mix twisting the hips in anticipation. This one blocked up by Osaka. Osaka has been very, very busy behind the plate. Banks dangling the right arm by his side. Now he finally comes set in his glove. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Banks gets out of a little bit of a jam. Strands a runner in scoring position. Lions out of luck in the bottom of the 4th. We go to the top half of the 5th inning, just about halfway home. A tie ball game at 2-2. You're watching Piedmont Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back to Piedmont Athletics on YouTube. Eric Evanson here with you, giving you play-by-play action. Top of the lineup due up for the Panthers. We'll start off with Nick Nagarado, and he'll face off against a new pitcher for the Lions. It'll be right-hander number 31, Nathan Boyce. Tell you more about him after this first pitch. This one rolled over the top. Over is Helgeson. He steps on the bag. Unassisted 3, out number 1. Nathan Boyce. Last year, a 6.11 ERA in 18 appearances, but he had the team lead in 5 saves. 28 innings pitched for him, 22 to 17 strikeout per walk ratio. Climbing to the box is Ryan Knopper. And he takes a strike. Zeke Swartz, day finishes, 4 innings pitched. 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and 7 Ks. Walked 1 batter. This one skied into foul territory, and good run by Kate, but ran out of real estate. 1-2. Boyce got him looking. Strike 3. 2 down now. Here's A.J. Onzi. He is 1 for 1 today. Got a single in the first inning, and then in the third, he got a sacrifice fly. That was at one point, to get the first point on the board for the Panthers. Boyce fires a strike right in there. A little low with that one, so it would be 1-1. Onside from Trabuco Canyon, California. It's a fun place to be from. Just name alone. 1-2. This one fouled out of play. Just realized these Chapman Panthers jerseys, they're gray. They take inspiration from the Los Angeles Dodgers. No name on the back, the script in front with the red numeral directly under it. 1-2. High pop-up. Drifting foul territory over is Carlson. He makes the grab. And that will do it for the top half of the 5th inning. Nobody on, none left. A strikeout for Boyce. You like to hear it. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning where the Lions look to break this tie. It's almost an official ball game here at Loudermilk. 2-2 score. You're watching Piedmont Athletics Baseball on YouTube. Max Banks is still out there for Chapman, as the Lions trying to crack him. He's been incredibly solid so far. Really, the only scathe against him would be Kyle Carlson's triple that was ripped right up through center field. Colton Hicks has scored both times. He's the sole reason the Lions have some runs right now. He's done incredible work on the base pass. This one is stroked out towards right center field. Over is Nakarato. He makes the grab, and Willis is retired. Willis 0 for 3 today as the Lions begin their 3rd trip to the order. Willis has been the first out of the inning every time he's come up. Just a strange little quirk. Here's Colton Hicks, the production man, the one-man production crew, if you will. See if he can do something here. First pitch from Banks is taken for strike one. Colton's day has gone walk, then a single to left. 0-1. Taken for a strike right on the outer edge. I was talking last half inning about how these uniforms for Chapman are inspired by the Dodgers. First the 0-2 pitch on the way to Hicks. And he got him swinging. Max Banks is in a groove. 2 outs. But I found it funny that their hats, they take inspiration from the Cincinnati Reds, or if you're a football fan, the Chicago Bears. They have that same C with the kind of nodule towards the back half of it. Here's Trace Kate. He's 0 for 1, walked his first plate appearance versus Banks. This one skied in the air, back towards right field. It carried a little bit more because of the wind, but right under it is Phillips. He makes the grab and the side's retired. Max Banks, 5 strong innings for Chapman. Lions can't crack him just yet. 2 zeros in a row for him. We go to the top half of the 6th inning. Still a tight ball game, 2-2. You're watching Piedmont Athletics Baseball on YouTube. Welcome back inside the booth. Eric Edmondson right alongside you for what's turning into a really great ball game as we enter the middle of it. Just wrapped up the 5th inning, now moving on to the 6th. All tied up 2-2. Max Banks has been, frankly, incredible for the Chapman Panthers. The Lions got a really strong outing from Zeke Swartz, and now Nathan Boyce looking to continue to carry the torch as that misses down and away. Now 1-0 to Kai Osaka, who's been a very busy man behind the plate. We'll see how he fares against Boyce because Swartz had his number. Went down looking and went down swinging. This one ripped into center field. It's going to lay down on a one-hop base hit right in front of Dupuis. So I guess that answers your question. Kai Osaka on first base now with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Trent Turquand.
The box designated hitter, Trent Turquand.
First pitch on the way. There's a bunt right in front of the plate. It's going to be a good sack. As Boyce fires over to first base, Helgeson grabs it. Good sacrifice bunt for the Chapman Panthers. Gonna bring up Josh Phillips. Walked last time he was up. Boyce fires, and it's a strike on the outer half. Runner in scoring position. That's Osaka after a leadoff single. Got moved over there on the sacrifice by Turquand. And another strike to Turquand. Or rather, Phillips, excuse me. Boyce. We're going to climb back into this thing. He's already got one out under his belt. So thank you very much, Bunt. 0-2. Low and away. Not a bad idea to see if Phillips would dive over the plane of the plate to try to get that one, but couldn't get him. Long look in by Boyce. The right-hander gets the grip in his glove. Now fires, and it bounces away from Nelson. It's all the way to the backstop. Osaka gets the stop sign as he advances to third base. Ball was spiked by Boyce, and Nelson just had a hard time corralling that one. It looked like it bounced directly off the ground and just got a funny hop and went straight up right behind him. So now Phillips in a 2-2 count with a runner 90 feet away, and the infield for the Lions is going to come in here. Two. This one shot right through the hole, a base hit, and the Chapman Panthers take the lead. Even if you're playing infield back, that is going to be a hard hit single. Give Josh Phillips an RBI. Here's Thomas Gulbranson. First pitch on the way from Boyce, and it's a pitch out. They're trying to see if Phillips is running. He's not. Don't see that too often anymore. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt. Gave him the old number one there. Panthers their first lead of this ball game. And Nelson, a good frame job, but just could not get the eye of the umpire. Now 2-1. Runner out on the first base is Phillips after an RBI single scored Osaka. Inning has gone single, sack, bunt, and then a single. Back in safely is Phillips after the pickoff attempt. This one bounced again. Nelson won't be able to corral it in time as advancing to second base is Phillips. Three-one count on the way. Here it is. Good pitch there to get back into it. Got the call on the outside corner, and now it's full. Gulbranson is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Step off, and they would have had him had Hicks been covering second. Caught Phillips leaning a good bit. 3-2. Curveball sent on the ground over to Mix. Mix going to take the long way over to first base and almost overthrew it, but Helgeson able to leap down out of the air and apply the tag to Gulbranson. Excellent play by Helgeson. Mix will tip the cap to his first baseman there. That was an incredible shot there. Saved a possible error. So now 2 away. Runner will move over to third base, so Phillips now 90 feet away. Here's Clay Patton. He is 1 for 2. RBI single for him last time up. Don't need the same result here. And it looks like it's going to be right into the mid of Hicks. Able to leap out into center field and get the floater. I stand corrected. Hicks has been the MVP of this game so far. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Lions look to snatch the lead right back. It's 3-2. Welcome back to Piedmont Athletics on YouTube. Eric Evanson here with you. And for the first time today, the Panthers will turn to the bullpen. It's going to be Matthew Kuramoto coming out. Trying to get numbers on him. His first pitch on the way to Kyle Carlson is a strike. Hang on now. Okay, so we have two separate names here for Kuramoto. We're certain his last name, or excuse me, no, not completely at all. We'll have this sorted out momentarily. So I would assume, right now, I would assume it's Matthew Kuramoto. Someone else was wearing 12 last year. Got you. High fly ball to right field. This is sending back Phillips, but he's going to take it a couple steps shy of the warning track. Carlson gave it a ride, but it just wasn't enough. Kuramoto, a freshman from Irvine, California. Here is Cruz Mullenix. Takes strike. Max Banks for the Panthers went 5 innings of 2-hit ball. 2 runs, although only one of them was earned, and 9 strikeouts for him. Go on with 4 walks. Big swing and a miss from Mullenix, as now he's in the hole 0-2. Just a touch outside. Good eye by Mullenix not to chase it. 1-2 pitch on the way. The righty kicks and deals. Off the hands, a little floater back behind third base. And making the grab is Gulbranson. Here's Tyler Nelson. Lions looking to avoid going 1-2-3 for the second inning in a row. Taken for a ball. 1-0 pitch on the way from Kuramoto. Strike. One pitch on the way. Low. 2-1. Good eye by Tyler Nelson. Good count for him here. As he watches a strike. Maybe a makeup call there. 2-2. Two outs, 2-2 the count. Here it is from Kuramoto. Nelson on the ground. Hot shot for Gulbranson to handle, but the hot corner handles it. He fires across the diamond to Onzi, and the side is retired. So nothing new for the Lions. That's 3 scoreless innings in a row for the Panthers. We go to the top half of the 7th inning. Halfway home here at Loudermilk. Still a 3-2 ball game in favor of Chapman. Welcome back to Piedmont Athletics Baseball on YouTube. I'm Eric Edmondson. In a 3-2 ball game where Chapman leads by 1, here is Nathan Boyce once again for the Lions. We're going to complete a 3rd inning of work. Excuse me. No. This would be his 3rd. It's been in since the 5th. One and one to number 9 hole hitter Austin Dudas. Second baseman for Chapman. Two one the count. There's a strike there. Dudas hit 196 last season in 148 plate appearances. That one's on the ground. Mixed diving try, but it's right up the middle. lead-off single for Chapman. So we'll go to the top of the lineup now. Here's Nick Nakarato. Dudas over at first. Boyce fires, and it's a bunt right back to Nathan. He's going to come off the mound, fire over to first base, and there's one away. This is the same exact thing they did with Onzi and Osaka earlier, or rather Nopper and Onzi. Nopper takes a ball low and away. Boyce wanted that call. Kind of bent over at the hips there. Or at the waist, rather. Sun beginning to descend here in Demarest. It's been a breezy, chilly day. It was 61 degrees at game time. Lights have been on since 2. Tells you any indication of what the skies look like today. 2-ball count against Nopper. He skies one in the air, well out of play, so make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Looks like Chapman bullpen beginning to get ready. 2-1. Well outside. Now 3-1 to Nopper. This is not where you want to start walking people. Nopper's the number 2 hole hitter. Then you have Onzi and Osaka. Those are 3 and 4 respectively. There is someone playing catch actively in the Lions bullpen. As stated before, there is someone up and warming in Chapman's bullpen as well. Boyce is going to step off here, and that'll take away one of his disengagements. Hitters count for Nopper. Hicks holding Dudas back there at second, and that'll be ball 4. So a single, a sacrifice bunt, and now a walk brings A.J. Onzi up to the plate with 2 on and 1 away.
Into the box for first baseman, A.J. Azar.
Boyce fires this one off the hands, drifting back towards center field. Racing in and over is Dupuis. He'll collect it, and that's an easy and thankful out number 2. Remember up Kai Osaka, the catcher. A single for him last time up, came around to score. So he's 1 for 3 on the day, and Coach coming out there to the mound, and that is going to be it. Coach Scally points the left hand to the pen, and Boyce is going to depart here. So the Lions will undergo a pitching change. We'll tell you all about him. Boyce exits with 2 men on in the top of the 7th. A 3-2 ball game in favor of the Panthers. New pitcher for the Lions. It'll be number 30, Justin Manis. Comes on in a rough spot. 2 on with 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Looking to hold the Panthers to a 1-run lead. First pitch on the way from the tall righty. The side armor misses outside. Coach Scally turning to the right-hand side armor against Osaka here. Likes the righty-on-righty matchup. Didn't like it with Onzi as to why Boyce was still in there for that next batter. That one just misses. Could not get the call. It's now a 2-0 count to Osaka. Big swing and a miss. So 2-1 count for Manis. Here it comes. Fouled on back. 2-2. Looking to strand a pair. Manis toes back the rubber. The side armor gets ready to fire. Here it is. Up the middle, a base hit. Coming in is Dupuis. He's going to fire home, but he's instead just going to check it to Mix. It's a 2-out, 2-strike RBI single for Kai Osaka. Coming around to score is Ryan Knopper. Rather, Dudas on that, coming around to score. Tough break for Manis. Just gave that one a little bit too much of a plate. I'll bring up Trent Turkwan. Lead now grows 4-2. Lions got to get out of this one. This is as much damage as you can afford. Charge that run to Boyce. Last runner that belongs to him that he has ownership of is Ryan Knopper. Foul back. Runner out on second is Knopper. Over at first base is Osaka. Turkwan down an 0-1 count. Way outside. 1-1. Manis, the senior, trying to reel it back in here. 2-1. 3-1. Just missed the outer half. Nelson tried to frame it. And things are about to get very interesting here with Josh Phillips on deck, who's having a good day. Manis takes his time, fires. Fouled back, 3-2. Runners will be off with first movement. Three-two on the way. There go the runners. Fouled on back. We'll do it again. Manis, long look in. Now the righty comes set at the belt. Kicks and fires the payoff pitch, and he got him! Excellent job by Manis to limit the damage. One does come across to score, though, but the even bigger part is the two left stranded. We'll travel to the bottom of the seventh then and stretch them out here at home. We'll do the same here in the box. The Lions looking to battle back. It is a 4-2 deficit they must overcome. Leading us off, it's going to be Owen Helgeson. Bottom third lineup due up for the Lions at 7, 8, and 9. As Coromudo fires in a ball, 1-0. Lions need to find something here and find a way to start a rally. They have not scored in the past 3 innings, and they've only had 1 base runner during that span. Coromudo fires in a strike, 1-1. Helgeson 0 for 2 today, 2 strikeouts to his ledger. Matt Dupuis up next. Strike. Coromudo fires back into this count. Helgeson looking to be a big leadoff man here. Lions need to answer back. The Panthers have scored in the past 2 innings as that one's fouled back. Mix in the hole. One of these guys looking to get on and cause some trouble. 1-2. Outside. Osaka tried to pull it back in, but just could not get the eye of the umpire. Was outside. That was a chopper. This might sneak up the middle. Helgeson's going to have to play against a really good play from Dudas. Ranged behind the second base bag, threw across his body and enough to hustle down the line. So I'll bring up Matt Dupuis. Coromudo hits one low. One-0 pitch on the way. There's a strike on the outer edge. 1-1 now. If everything continues to go as it is, Lions will have 1, 2, and 3 due up in the 8th inning, as taking another strike here is Dupuis. One, 2 on the way from Coromudo, and he got him. Swinging strikeout. And there's 2 away. Wind has all but died. Still giving Old Glory a couple of pulls and flies out there in right center field. Pitch on the way from Coromudo. Taken for a strike. He's a strike thrower. Lions just got to catch up to it. 0-1. That is low, 1-1. One pitch on the way to Mix. Here it is. Coromudo kicks and fires. And a big swing and a miss by Nathan as that one dipped below the knees. One-two pitch. Taken upstairs. Good take by Nathan as he works it to a 2-2 count. Here comes the 2-2. Mix swings and puts a charge into one to left field, and that is going to drop right into the glove of Patton. Good contact by Nathan, but unfortunately just fell right in line with a fielder from Chapman. Lions still out of luck. Gotta hold them there, though. We go to the top of the 8th inning. A 4-2 lead for Chapman. You're watching Piedmont Athletics Baseball on YouTube. Still out there for the Lions is Justin Manis. He's going to first face off against Josh Phillips. He's had a pretty good day. Seeing the ball well. He's got a walk. He also scored on that walk, and he got a good single to right. Strike fired in by Manis, and this is underway. Again, we're in the top of the 8th inning. It has been a great game, but the Lions have had the door slammed on them recently. They've not been able to put a lot together. They have not had a base runner since the 4th inning. Hopefully that'll change when we get to the bottom of the inning and we have 1, 2, and 3 due up. But got to get there first. Manis, the 1-1 on the ground, right back to him. He's got to hustle over, flip it to Helgeson, and make the play for out number 1. You always enjoy a good 1-3 put out to start off the inning. Here's Thomas Galbranson. Galbranson, 0 for 3 today. And he was 0-2 on the strikeouts. Then he hit one. First off, hang on. Here's a sky pop-up over here on the right side. And over is Kate makes it for out number 2. Good efficiency. As I was saying, he was a victim of a great play by Helgeson. Ball was hit to Mix at shortstop. Mix overcooked it a little bit, but Helgeson able to leap into the air and bring it back down and apply the tag to Galbranson, who now carries an over after flying out to Kate. Here's Clay Patton. RBI single for him. 1 for 3 on the day. Side armor Mason. 0-1. That one was shot directly into the visiting dugout. Hope everyone's okay from that. Action continues in the Chapman bullpen. We'll see if he is next out in this bottom of the 8th. Lions have not had great luck against the bullpen, albeit it's only been a couple innings for them. To right field and out of play. 1-2. One-two pitch. Center field. Waiting for it is Dupuis, and he can't get there. It falls in. It looked for a second. Dupuis was tracking it. But that one, it seemed like just ran out of gas, so it's going to be a 2-out single. Dupuis wasn't really racing in or anything. He was just kind of on his trot. Gotta wonder if that might have just sunk on him there. So a 2-out single will pass that baton over to Austin Dudas. Chopper off the mound is Messon, and he fires over. Who said pitchers aren't athletes? Manis gets out of it a Little two-out single. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Lions got to get something started. They trail 4-2. Currently, there is a mystery man on the mound. About to find out who it is in just a second. But at the moment, it is Skylar Willis in the batter's box. Still waiting on that name. Get it here momentarily. Willis is 0 for 3. Need to get him going. First pitch on the way from number 5 for Chapman. That's a strike. Ugh. Okay. A 1 pitch on the way. Here it is. Willis watches one low and away for ball 1, so 1-1. Okay, so now we have confirmation. First the pitch. 1-2 now after that's a strike. This is Dylan Holt, and a pitcher out of Huntington Beach. The reason we've had so much confusion with the numbers is that Chapman has swapped a lot of their jerseys around, so we're having to constantly confirm and reconfirm some jersey numbers with the head coaches. Popped up. Right center field, this is shallow. Out is the second baseman. He drops it. Willis slams on the brakes. Dudas dropped the ball. He called off everybody and tried to make an over-the-shoulder, behind-the-back catch. But Willis is going to stand on first base. And coming up is Colton Hicks. That's going to be ruled as a hit as it dropped in. Good leadoff single is exactly what the Lions needed. Now need to keep the party going. First pitch to Colton Hicks is swung on and fouled back. Holt gets the ball back from his catcher, Osaka. Cormetto went 2 innings. Fouled off again right off the umpire's mask. He takes it off and he'll get a breather for a second or two. Cormetto went 2 innings with 1 strikeout. No hits against him, no earned runs. Oh, 2 pitch on the way, but first a pickoff and Willis back in safely. Oh, 2, Colton watches it way outside, 1-2. Dylan Holt will get the ball back. Another pickoff. Willis back in just barely, though. Holt for a for a righty has a very quick pickoff. Something that can't always be taught. It's just reflexes and natural talent. And Hicks is rung up. Breaking pitch caught him on the outside, flat-footed. So that'll bring up Trace Kate. Kyle Carlson waiting in the on-deck circle. Let's see if we can get him somebody to hit in. Willis, of course, on first base. Wouldn't be surprised if he thought 2. Back, and Willis in with a dive. Dirty but safe. This Chapman team has paid a lot of attention to base runners. Lions have only had 3 of those. 2 of them have come home to roost. On the opposite end, first the pitch from Holt. Misses upstairs. They have had 8 runners left on base through 8 frames of play. Holt kicks and fires. There goes Willis. Throw down by Osaka. It's a good one, and Willis is nailed. Great throw by Osaka. Willis struck down on the base paths, and that is a very costly out number 2. Pitch on the way from Holt. This is low and away. 2-1 the count. Dylan Holt kicks and fires. Taking a big hack at that one. It's Trace Katie fouls it out of play. Now 2-2. Lions looking for a 2-out rally. It's got to start with Trace Gate, though. 2-2. This one down the third base line, maybe a foot outside of the fair line. We'll do it again. It was an interesting swing there by Trace. Of course, he got turned in on himself. The ball was way far inside, but he was still able to get a good amount of the bat on that one. But it was just way too far in for him to steer it fair. Two. Big swing and a miss. He chased it high. So the Lions get a base runner off of a leadoff bloop single. But a strikeout, a caught stealing, and another strikeout later. They're out of luck once again. We're going to go to the top of the 9th, final frame of regulation play. A 4-2 lead for the Panthers. You're watching Piedmont Baseball on YouTube. Welcome back to Loudermilk Field, everybody. Eric Edmondson here with you, providing play-by-play action for this once tight contest. The Lions have just ran out of fuel, it looks like. There's still an inning to play, but right now they have not had an answer for the Panthers, who have scored 2 unanswered. They lead 4-2. There's a lot of errs, like a lot of rhyming errs in that. Didn't mean for that to happen. This one rolled foul. Still Justin Manis out there for the Lions. The Lions had hope with a leadoff single by Skylar Willis in the bottom of the 8th inning, but unfortunately a strikeout, caught stealing a strikeout later. That dream was snuffed out. Then got a single, his second time up. Other than that, he reached on error. Here's a roller over to Hicks. Now 1-for-5. He's reached on an error his first time up. Singled to right field his second time. Came around to score on that one. Then rolled out to Helgeson by himself over there at first base. And then a sac bunt for him last time up. And now rolled over to Hicks. 4-3 put out for him. That will likely end his night as Manis fires in a strike across the plate on the outer edge to Ryan Knopper. That's taken away. The 1-1. And that one, that hit off the glove or it hit off the umpire's mask? Either way, it's ball 2. Manis takes his time, now spins and fires. This one a blooper into right field, outstretched past Hicks's glove. Kate boots it momentarily in right, but no damage done on the base paths. It's a bloop single for Ryan Knopper. That'll bring up AJ Onzi. Onzai. There's a strike fired in by Manis. Good pitch there. Righty. Toes back onto the rubber. Paying a little attention over there. Checks in with his catcher Nelson. Now leans over and fires. Ball just outside. It's 1-1. 1-1, strike two right on the outer edge. And not happy with that one is Anzai. He's saying, no, hang on, what's that about? He's going to have to be content with the call, though. He climbs back into the left-handed batter's box. 1-2 is hit out of play, rolled towards the visitor's dugout off the hands. We'll tee it up again. Long pause for Manis. Now he gets ready to pitch here. 1-2 on the way. Runners going. Over to Hicks. Hicks thought about flipping to 2, but instead he'll go the short way to 1. That really helped him. Knopper might have been dead to rights had he not ran there, and it would have been a 4-6-3 double play. So Anzai out on the fielder's choice. Be the second out. I'll bring up Kai Osaka. There's a strike. Manis has been very solid, very good. Just one run coming through on his watch, and that was unearned by him. That's high, 1-1. Wind has completely died. Flag no longer flailing out in right center field. As taking his time getting back into the box is Osaka. There's a strike. What I assume to be the Chapman closer getting loose down there might enter. He looks nearly all wound up, ready to go. Osaka awaits a 1-2 offering on the way. This one's sent into the gap, and right center field is going to score a run. Over to cut it off as Katie bobbles it. Throw into second base is not going to be in time as Osaka, wait, it is! An incredible throw by Kate. It looked like Osaka had slid it in safely, but no, not to be. The umpire pumps the fist, and the side is momentarily retired. He is going to be out. Looks like the head coach for Chapman asking for some sort of appeal here. I don't think he's going to get it, but a run does come across the score, makes it an even harder mountain for the Lions to climb. It's 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Last chance for romance. Lions down, need a fight. Right, guys, at the right time for Piedmont. It's 4, 5, and 6 due up. Starting off with Kyle Carlson. They'll be facing off against a new arm. That's Henry Shabbat. Dylan Holt goes 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. No earned runs, no walks. As that's a hard strike on the outside part of the plate. Shabbat, a sophomore. Second year with the club. Had a 1.27 ERA last year. 0-1, but 8 saves, and now Osaka wants to go out and have a talk with it. Lions have not been able to put anything up since the 3rd inning. They've not scored since then. They just got their first base runner in a while. Since the 4th inning, last inning, but he was quickly erased due to a caught stealing. It was their first hit since the 3rd inning. A 1 pitch on the way to Carlson. Pop fly, foul territory, and off the back end of the visiting dugout. So thankfully a foul ball, but unfortunately now leads to an 0-2 count. Carlson digs back in, ready to do battle. Oh, 0-2 pitch on the way. Carlson watches it high, 1-2. Lions looking to tap back into what got them their first run in the bottom of the 1st. That's patience. Patience at the plate. Big swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Lions down to their final 2 outs.
Into the box to designate hitter, Cruz Mullins.
Here is Cruz Mullins. He is 0 for 2, walked in his first plate appearance. Struck out and popped out since then. Foul tip to the plate. A 1 coming here from Shabbat. And there's a strike, so 0-2. Just a touch outside. Chance for life there for Mullenix. Knopper out there at short. Thought for sure that was strike 3. It'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Conference over. Osaka quickly back behind the plate. Big swing and a miss. So Lions down to their final out of the night. And it's going to be Tyler Nelson. Shabbat gets set at the belt. Now brings it up to the chin. Kicks and fires. Nelson takes ball one high. .1-0 on the way. Nelson waving the bat, trying to get something started. Takes low. Looks like should Nelson reach, will be number 19, Caden Stevenson, in the on-deck circle for the Lions. 2-0 count. Chapman has given Nelson a good hitter's count here. Strike. Chopper past a diving third baseman Galverson, and the Lions are a little bit alive here. Got a runner on with 2 outs. And it is going to be number 19, Caden Stevenson, for the Lions. The freshman, give him some hacks here. Helgeson's night ends. He was 0 for 3, 2 Ks, and a ground out. First pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. Nelson now over at first base. Single through the hole. Stevenson awaits. Lefty swings right through it. Now 0-2. Lions down to their final strike of the night. Shabbat gets ready. Set of the chin. Kicks and fires. And it's just outside, 1-2. Long pause by Henry Shabbat. Stevenson awaits. And now pause here as we'll take a short break. There we go. Everybody back in the batter's box. Everybody back on the mound. Creeping is Nelson. He's going. 1-2 pitch off the hands. This is going to fall right into the mitt of Nopper. And the Panthers are going to take a 5-2 win over the Lions here on opening night at Loudermilk. The second that bullpen gate swung open, the Lions could not get anything together versus it. A great staff put together. Coach Scally will go out to shake hands with Coach Scott Laverty. Shabbat comes in and shuts the door. 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks. 2 strikeouts for him. Doing final tallies right now. Lions just 4 hits for them, opposed to the 11 collected by Chapman. 1 error for both. Five left on base for the Lions, 8 for Chapman. So the final line leads for the Panthers, 5 runs on 11 hits with 1 error, 8 left on base. And for the Piedmont Lions, 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 5 left on base. Winning pitcher will be Max Banks, who went 5 innings of 2-hit, 2-run ball, one of them only earned, and 9 strikeouts. Losing pitcher will go to Nathan Boyce, unable to escape a tough situation he was put in, had to get relief from Justin Manis. Boyce went 2 2/3 innings pitched with 3 hits, 2 runs, and a strikeout. Zeke Swartz for the Lions gave an admirable effort. She could not go more than 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. Henry Shabbat for the Panthers came in and shut the door. Offensive woes, couldn't get a lot of people on base, left some important runners on base, just could not search for that big hit. But just the first game of the season against some tough competition from out in California. They'll be back at it, looking to get it going again. Thank you everybody for watching Piedmont Athletics on YouTube. For Danielle Percival, our entire crew up here in the press box, my name is Eric Edmondson, wishing you all a safe and wonderful